All right, let's go. Ayo, we're three hot guys sharing our opinions because we're special and different. Gold medals, we're winning. Can't help it if we're burdened by our intellect. You can play checkers while we pretend we know the rules to chess. The council has spoken, and we are the chosen. Your nose is broken because I broke it.
Sucks.
And welcome back to another episode of Will of the Council. It's your boy Joseph. I've got Jordan in the booth.
Oh, sorry. I was so enamored by this art on the wall. I love your choice of decorating, and your kitchenware is phenomenal.
We've got Danny, who needs a freaking mommy to walk him around all day, every day.
Yeah, man. The whole world is so epic and awesome.
And of course, we've got Becky on the ones and twos. How are you all doing today?
You know, I find it, I'm doing well, first of all, but I'm always impressed at our ability to ignore like political events, you know, and we're going to laser in on this one post instead of focusing on just the general happenings. And I'm impressed that we're able to find that stuff still. I can't wait to talk about this one.
It's going to be like really funny when like Donald Trump gets in front of a podium and is like, I am declaring martial law. And we're like, so someone on Twitter started fandom discourse again.
I know.
But we do have an excellent tweet for you all today. You've probably seen it if you are as terminally online as we are, but I'll just read it out to you. This tweet is, had a straight dude come to my place, and he was so impressed by the simplest things. Art on the wall, rugs, a $40 knife block set. Dudes are so fucking lame and pathetic, LOL. They for real need a mommy to take care of them their whole lives.
True.
Really?
No, correct.
It's so good.
I actually can't move out of bed unless like a woman says, get up.
What do we do? What am I supposed to do? I can't comment on your choice of art. Like,
what can I do, man?
Okay, so I will, we'll do a little bit of a mini council here. I'm going to go to bat for her.
Oh, sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's hear about it.
I think a lot of people, with respect to this tweet, are being like really prickly and defensive about it because they're like, well, what the heck? I do those things. I will say, I think she came off extremely harsh for no reason, and I disagree with everything she says. But if someone came to your house and was like, oh my God, dude, I love your disc plates, and you have silverware? Wow. You would in the back of your mind be like,
you're making up a different scenario.
That's so different.
it's the exact same scenario, actually, right?
Okay, disc plate on the wall, that's art. Noting someone's
That's art.
at like their house, and first off, you made it disc plate, which makes it infinitely worse. So F you. That's not what's happening here. But regardless, who cares? It's just, you just note something on someone's wall, you go, wow, like I like the piece here, I like your furniture or your decorations or whatever. That's normal. You will not gaslight me out of this one.
No, yeah. You can't post your way out of this one, brother. I'm sorry. This shit is so ass. This shit's terrible. This is cataclysmically
simplest
ass.
things. The art you put up in your house, like, what you like?
Is it so bad to enjoy simple things, you know? Like, oh, I like your knife set. This is really nice. Like, why does that produce such ire? Genuinely, I don't understand.
Why does it produce such ire in you to hear, God, you're impressed by that stuff? Come on.
Well, because that's so, okay, it's not just, wow, you're impressed by that stuff. It's really not that great. Sure, I get that.
That's
but
fine.
Being like, this is the problem with men. It's ridiculous.
Straight men.
Yeah.
Like if he was bi and said that, it'd be fine.
This is just some art that I got at
if
Home
he was
Goods.
bi, he would never say that because, they have a little better taste than like $40 knife block sets,
what's your taste, big boy? What is your...
Well, let's just say that I have a knife block set that runs a little higher than $40. And if someone complimented me on it, I'd be like, oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, so if you had a $40 knife set, you'd be like, oh, it's nothing.
It's not necessary to even entertain such a pedestrian purchase from me. Like
so
something like that would
annoying.
never happen.
So okay, let's paint it this way. All right, is what this post is insinuating, because I'm kind of gathering what this post is insinuating, is that she is saying this guy probably does not have art on the wall, rugs, or a knife block set. right? Is that what
I think that's what it is. I think she's like, you need to not be impressed by these things. They kind of need to be the baseline that exists in your house.
Sure.
Which, like, I guess I get that. You know, there is, I guess, a pretty common trope of men living in like a house with nothing on the walls and no furniture and just like a TV propped up on top of the back of their toilet that they can watch while sitting on the toilet backwards.
Okay, I do understand the whole male living spaces joke. Okay, I get that. But for this to be, this is an indictment of all men everywhere is so fucking annoying. Like, that's the most annoying shit in the world.
Let's not leave out the rest of the things that she said, which is another post where she goes, oh, this is to clarify, if any of you were wondering. And also, this was an acquaintance of mine, in parentheses, not a date, who came over to see my boyfriend's dog. My boyfriend, who is 3 years younger than him and has a beautiful home, by the way. So y'all have no excuse.
Okay, hold up. Wait a minute. This complicates things immensely.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Is this a male boyfriend?
Her boyfriend is the male boyfriend. Yeah.
I think you're making a pretty specific assumption here because she would never be with someone who is impressed by a $40 knife set. This is, wait, now I'm just puzzled. Wait, what the fuck?
Correct.
Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Whoa. Hold on a second. So is the insinuation from her now that she is dating a man who does not act this way, but has encountered one man who does, and therefore has made the conclusion that all men are like this?
Well, Amalt.
Well, me personally, I will say I would never draw a conclusion based on a sample size of one.
Oh, true.
Wait,
That's very
why?
true.
This post is so bad, I'm literally doing hashtag not all men shit because
It's
of it. Like, that's
so
so
funny.
terrible.
Maybe it's so good in that case. It tricked you into doing this.
True.
That's
Yeah.
true.
It's
That's
a
true.
honeypot for misogyny.
I will say the funniest part of this entire situation is that, I mean, Jillian clocked this immediately, and she clocked it independently of me. I also came to this conclusion. They're getting hit on. Like, they go on to explain in other tweets that the person who was complimenting everything was like, I have to use your kitchen to make us a meal. Mine's just so small, and I'd love to use all your cool stuff. And it's like, oh, she's getting hit on. Like, a guy walked in and was like, wow, you have such a beautiful home. And what interesting art on the walls. Wow, your kitchenware is so lovely. I'd love to make us a meal together. And she's like, what an idiot.
I mean, that's probably true.
That's I could definitely see that. Yeah.
I can see it.
That would be an easier
That would be
like
me saying some shit. Sorry, this is some shit that I would do. Now that you
This is
paint it
some-
in that picture, 100%.
some home wrecker shit, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I do like also an acquaintance of mine, not a date, is an interesting one, who came over to see a dog.
A dog.
I also want to know a little bit about the living situation because she says my BF has a beautiful home, which implies it's not the same home. And like, so why is his dog at your home and the guy has to come over to your home to see his friend's dog? Something's not right here.
It's pretty insane.
Is the BF the dog?
Well,
Yes.
she hasn't said that she doesn't live in the boyfriend's home. Maybe it's the boyfriend's house that she is currently living in?
I guess so.
But then she wouldn't attribute the home's quality to the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Because then she'd be like, my boyfriend's proof positive that men need a mommy to take care of them their whole lives.
Well, hold on. In that perspective, I don't think her saying my boyfriend has a home that's beautiful or whatever, I don't think that totally leaves out the possibility that she doesn't live there. You know? Like, maybe the boyfriend is wealthier and just happened to have a home
I think
that she
that's
moved into.
That's definitely possible. I think that's just like possible, like normal. It seems like it could be the case.
Yeah. I don't know. It's honestly, we could spend all day jerking in circles about like what the fuck is going on here, but the post is just so bad. It's just so unredeemable.
So awesome. You know,
It's one of those your friend that's too woke kind of posts. Because like I don't know, I get it.
like the best part is she explains the insinuation that like men don't know how to keep basic like home structures. So this guy is impressed with like silverware, which is like complete, like it's next leveling yourself like 4 to 5 levels when the simplest explanation is what Joseph and Jillian landed on of
Yes.
he's just hitting on you. Like
He's just hitting on you.
like,
Or maybe not
you
even
can be
that.
annoyed about that. Like that can be like annoying, you know? Like, you would just be normal about that. But instead you're like, huh, this is a classic man moment.
Classic man shit. Okay.
It's funny to land on the classic man moment, and it's nowhere in the stratosphere of the man moment you're looking for. Like,
Okay. Or alternatively, he could just be being nice, you know?
Yes, yes.
I know it is much more likely that he's probably hitting on her, but he could also just be being nice. Like, if you
I
look
actually
at
agree. I
you look at
legitimately think he
these-
could just be like, for lack of a better word, dumb guy who's just like, I like her stuff, you know, like naive, maybe innocent, whatever. Like, it's just nice guy. He's just like,
Yeah, maybe.
I like her stuff. I like her art. It's awesome.
Is it the first time that he's like visiting her place?
Yeah, it could
Then
be.
why? That seems like such a nicety to just say that. Like, oh, I like the art on your walls, and I like your knife set. That's pretty cool. Where'd you get your knife set?
It reminds me of that picture of like a completely normal guy and the guy in the street being like, I hate you.
I loathe every asshole
loathe-
I see on the street.
Yeah.
The guy completely oblivious. I like your art. I hope you die.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It's the thing that frustrates me about posts like this is that there are so many things that you can post about in regards to like men being shit or whatever. And we see them a lot. I mean, listeners of this podcast have heard a lot of things that allude to that. But this is one of those things that's like, come on, this is out of nowhere. This is ridiculous. I don't know. You can't.
I love people's brains are just broken now. It's
Yeah.
epic.
I think your brains are broken.
That's true.
I think that
I'm
this
not denying
person is
that.
completely correct in what they're doing.
True.
I think they're allowed to be
Yeah, truth.
mean online for no reason.
Women can do anything they want, really.
You know, it's just so telling to me that
mhm.
you all are like, oh, she shouldn't be saying this type of thing. When every day we get on this podcast and hate on people for no reason based on no evidence. It's all about hater elevation until someone hates in your direction.
Well, no, someone hates in a
true,
way I
though.
don't like. I hate on straight men all the time. That's like my fucking thing on this podcast. What do you mean hates in my direction?
I think we
She's
were
hating
actually
in my direction wrong. That's the problem.
get my word out. We were actually too mean to the dad who just wanted hobbies with his kids and yet couldn't relate to his daughter. Should take that back, actually.
We never asked the question, does the child have bad vibes?
That's true. That's true.
I actually think we did ask.
I definitely think this was like a funny tweet.
It's really funny.
It sucks ass for sure. It was funny seeing people like riff on it all day. But I mean, come on, how did everyone get this mad?
Yeah, they're
this is
really
like so
mad.
nothing.
I'm shocked at
like
how
bargain
mad these
bin
people are getting.
2014 style tweet that's like, men, am I right? And they're like, no, you're not right.
This is like, I don't know if it's this level, but it really does feel close to Bean Dad levels of mad. Like,
This is a Dan Henschel bit for sure. We're going to find out this is a Dan Henschel account.
God, I would freak out.
I don't know. Bean Dad was like
Bean
probably
Dad
one
rocked.
of
It
the
was weeks.
biggest like hate storms of Twitter.
That
Out
was
of like
awesome.
nothing.
The profile picture of this woman, she's in a car.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's step one, being Henschel.
Do we know that it is not Dan Henschel?
that's true.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'll be honest. This post did make me kind of mad. This post was dumb
Well,
enough to get me a
well.
little upset. I won't lie. It is very 2014 Tumblr coded.
Look at this picture. Tell me this isn't Dan Henschel's car.
Fuck. Oh no, dude.
Shut up, dude, shut up.
I'm telling you, it's very
Can
possible.
we get to the dang post?
All right, okay. Everybody ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
We got 3 bangers for you today. I guess we're gonna start with this one. So this first one comes from r/relationship advice. It's 5 days old. I think that my 25M wife, 23F, thinks that I murdered her ex.
Oh my God.
What?
I guess I should ask the question here. Did you?
Did you?
Yeah,
Did you?
that's question number 1.
Let's look into the post proper. We have about a month ago while out shopping, my wife and I ran into a high school boyfriend and his mom on the street. It was a slightly awkward encounter. His mom made a comment about how good they looked standing next to each other, like it was meant to be. Moms, holy
Oh
fuck.
my God.
Wow, so good to see you again. Oh, and here you both are together. Oh, it's like it was meant to be. Yeah, I married this other guy. I don't know if you can see him. He's right here. He's right next to me. I married that one. We said we were in a bit of a hurry, and as we were walking away, he said something along the lines of, let's grab coffee sometime. I didn't think too much of it at the moment. Sure, his mom was awkward, but they'd been broken up for about 7 years, and I do think he meant it just to be friendly. But we still had a quick check-in after, where we both agreed it was awkward and that I wasn't too upset, and that I wouldn't even necessarily mind them meeting for coffee, provided that if it became clear he still had feelings or was making advances, she'd cut him out. She wasn't even sure she'd want to take him up on it, so it was purely hypothetical. All right, first off, this is not your average everyday r/relationship advice fare. What the hell do you mean you checked in with your partner?
Yeah, what is this communication crap?
What are we doing here? You're supposed to make a post on Twitter about how all women are cheating whores.
Right.
And then you're the main character for the day.
Or you have to make a post about how weird it is you see garlic all over your house.
You need to just push it down. Like, this thing happens in front of you, like, put it all the way down in your lowest possible organ and let it build resentment until you die of liver failure.
Yeah, well, this post is supposed to cover a timeline of like 2.5 years. Like, this is ridiculous.
Exactly. We're like, this happened and then nothing happened afterwards, but he just seethed about it for half a decade.
Right.
That evening, I met up with some friends for drinks and was home at about 1 a.m. The next morning, my wife got a message from her friend that her ex died that night.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. That's awesome. Oh, this is awesome.
Jesus.
We had a few more details over the next couple of days, but it seemed he suffered from epilepsy, and that night in a freak accident had like a seizure, fell, and fatally hit his head. As far as I know, there's no foul play suspected or criminal investigation or anything like that. In the weeks since, she's started acting really strange. She hasn't been abnormally sad that he died, but more cautious and fearful around me. She hasn't made any type of direct accusation, but has been asking me a lot of questions about where I went drinking with my friends, who I was with, what time each person arrived and left, and she lately mentioned that she wanted to spend some time with a friend to catch up for about a week. I don't know how to address this. It feels crazy to have to ask whether she thinks I murdered him, or to have to tell her I didn't. I'm afraid to even bring it up, and whether that would just feed into whatever she seems to be going through. Any thoughts on how to deal with this? This is important as well. For the record, I didn't murder her ex.
Well, I'm glad
exactly
you
what
said
Well, of
so.
course he has to say that. He's got to say that. All right, so first and foremost, I guess I would say, why are you discounting the possibility that you did?
Yeah.
True. Like, he's immediately like, I didn't murder the ex. I went out drinking with some friends. How much of that do you remember?
Yeah.
Are we looking at a Jekyll and Hyde situation? Did someone else take over? Then you woke up in a pile of
The
what?
beast.
Drool. He's coming out. Oh!
I can't control it.
The moon is peeking from behind the cloud. I'm turning.
Or do we know if he is or is not a lycanthrope?
Yes,
That's very
exactly.
important to determining the outcome of this one. First off, this is such an awesome setup.
No, this rocks.
This is rocks. Like, this is
Yeah.
insane.
Like, legitimately, if something like this happened to me, I would be like, did she go kill him? Like, I would really think about it. I'd be like,
No, I think the way you figure out if this is what she is like thinking about is you kind of lean into it a little bit, right? Like you get a work email and it's just like, God, sometimes I don't know, like my coworker Dave, I just can't stand this guy. I wish I could just
they're
make him
calling me into my
disappear.
day off. It would be so much easier if my manager just wasn't around anymore.
And then just see what she does, you know? Like,
And then
does
the
she
next
get,
day
like-
you'd be like, you know what, honey? I think I'm going to take a work trip.
yeah.
It feels like Breaking Bad, like an AMC like TV series that's like, I think he'll need a bit of a break. And then it cuts and you're like, brow, brow.
Boy, I don't even I guess. Do you think this is true crime brain at work?
Okay, so I didn't want to like say it because I think it is a little bit sexist, but I'm 100% sure that the wife
Jordan.
has true crime brain.
Jordan,
The, like,
you're such a genius.
She's listening to podcasts. She's
Yes.
like out here watching Netflix documentaries. Someone close to her dies and she starts eyeing her husband like, wow, this is just like the case of Scrungoscrilliums that I watched last weekend on the Murder Muffins podcast.
Dude, you can't just say Scrungoscrillium like that. That was a horrible tragedy.
Here I need you to lay down the background music for a true crime YouTube video by someone named like Mr. Kill.
Oh, yeah. You got it.
Scrungo Skrilliums, the talk of the town, until he became the talk of the state penitentiary. No one knew what he was capable of, not even his loving wife, when he bumped into an old flame at the local mall. Let's just say that Sabaro wasn't the only one slashing their prices and her ex's throat. But first, this video is sponsored by Factor. Factor delivers...
Please sponsor the pod.
Oh,
Fucking
man.
hell. I think that you are spot on. I think you got it in one.
Jordan, you said
It's
that.
gotta
and
be true
my
crime brain.
neurons fired in my brain like Jimmy Neutron, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God, he's right.
Yeah, I hate saying it because Joe's right. It does sound kind of sexist.
Sure,
This is a criticism that is typically thrown normally at women. So sorry, listeners of the pod.
We don't mean it.
I don't
love
mean it
women
that
here.
way, I promise. But there are so many true crime pods.
Yeah.
And they just do this to your brain. If that's what you consume is just like, he died and it was like so soon after we met them. The only possibility is that my husband
That was
killed
like
him.
really soon, and like he was out much longer than usual. Honey didn't come home until like 2. But what if?
That's
no,
it, and
can't,
that's it.
No, it
There's
can't be.
no
It can't
other
be.
connection.
But what if?
Oh, man. I also like the implication that, like, the guy wasn't murdered. Like, it's not like they found him with his throat cut. He had a seizure and hit his head on the way down. Like, that's miserable, but, like, also isn't murder. Like, to orchestrate this, he would have to have, like, the CIA gun that fires a neurotoxin cased in ice so it melts in your bloodstream while you've run away and no one is the wiser about how he died. Like, there's, like, what do you taught? This would require, like, a Magneto-style operation where, like, they manipulate the blood in his brain through the iron filaments in it to give him an aneurysm. Like, what are you talking about?
Isn't
what
it
the
like
wife
super
didn't
provable
know.
too? Like, that,
Yeah,
like,
there's like an autopsy and everything. Like if he got poisoned and had a seizure, they would know it.
They
But everyone's like, nah, he just... this is also not here or there, but did you all know that everyone has a seizure?
Eh?
Wait, huh?
I think a friend of a friend went in
God.
after having like a random seizure and they were like, oh my God, you know, what's wrong with me? And the doctor was like, we scanned everything. Everything's normal. The truth of the matter is, in their life, everyone gets like one random seizure.
Oh,
I'm doing
And, you know,
great.
this was just that.
Thanks, man.
Awesome,
I love
dude.
to walk around with the horrors now that I could just have a seizure at any time.
I'm looking this
You
up.
could
I'm-
die at any time for any reason. You could get a prion disease because you touched the wrong piece of grass. A ventricle could explode in your heart because it beat wrong
Chill,
one time.
bro. Please.
You know, anything could kill you at any time. You could have a blood clot and you wouldn't know it, and you die in your
okay,
sleep
but
peacefully.
that's different.
How is that different?
I can't really prove it, but it just is, okay?
If I die peacefully in my sleep because of one of these things, I want you all to create a true crime YouTube video
I
about
will
it.
do
it,
so.
yeah.
Be
I will
like,
do so. Number
it
7.
was Scrungos Grilliams.
I'm happy that I looked this up because that's not true. Also, like with the Jillian fun fact on the Patreon episode where she was like, you know, food smells excrete through your scalp. That was like, wow, that's so interesting. I want to look up more about that. Not like in disbelief. This one, no, I don't believe that. What people have. Just everybody experiences a seizure. I don't think that's true.
I'm looking it up right now. How common is a seizure? About 10% of the people in the world get one seizure during their lifetimes. Yeah, you get one seizure.
Oh, yep, 10%.
That's so much different than
that's
what you
almost
said.
100. That's just missing a 0. It's all good.
10% is not 0. It's
No,
like
I
a
said
pretty
it's
significant
missing
amount.
a 0 to make it 100. You dork.
No, I know. But all of you're acting like, oh, you know, no one gets a seizure. I'm telling you, 1 out of every 10 people gets one seizure in their lifetime.
All right, you know
just
what?
for fun.
I will concede.
But that's different from what you said.
That is different what we said. However, I
What do
will
you think?
give
You think
that
you
is
think
more
you're
than
part
I
of the
thought.
90%?
Well,
You
wait,
think
you
you're not
said
part
it
of the
first time,
90%?
Yes.
Let me ask you this, by the way. Let me ask you this. You ever play Pokemon?
Of course, it's us.
Yes.
You ever use the move Bone Meringue?
Wow, this is the dorkiest thing ever. Yeah, man, I do.
It's like the funniest move name ever.
Yeah.
Okay, well, bone meringue misses 10% of the time. Have you ever missed with a bone meringue?
I have missed with a bone meringue. Also,
you could have a seizure. You could die of a seizure for no reason.
Hold on, I got one. I'm about to give my wife the bone meringue. All right, cool.
That's pretty good. That's
Back
pretty good.
to the post.
I will say,
anyway.
you could have said Stone Edge, and I would have been like, ugh, F you. That's
true.
Stone Age is what, 80?
Yeah.
85?
Yeah. No, I think
a little
Stone Edge
different.
is 90. Stone Edge is 90, I'm pretty sure.
It's 80.
Oh, it's 80.
Yeah, come
I'm
on.
dumb. Did they change
Be
it?
reasonable.
No, it's 80. F
No,
me.
it's always been 80.
All right, whatever.
You don't know anything.
Shut
and
up.
least of all
I
about
do.
seizures.
This
has been a good
long
one
time.
so far. Let's get back on track here. What the hell do you do about this situation?
Dude, I don't know.
Obviously,
I know.
Well,
I
that's
know
All
what
right,
you do.
Danny, take it away.
It's very easy. You sit down and you go, do you think I murdered your ex?
That's actually true.
No, but you
Okay,
can't.
no, I'm
you
joking.
can't
I'm
say
joking.
that because
I'm joking.
what if it's something like she is acting weird towards you because she feels bad that her ex died?
Yeah.
Sure. I think that could be it, but she's also asking questions. We got to remember about like where he was that night. So like clearly she's like nervous about something. You wouldn't be like, oh man, I'm so like sad about his death. Where were you that night? Actually, you know what I mean? Like that's just
no,
like,
but it's not like she did that. Like, I don't know. I think
didn't she? She said she's been normally sad that he died, but more like cautious and fearful.
yeah, no, but it wasn't like she was like, oh, I'm sad he's died. Where were you? It's like she could be asking two different things. Like, I think, okay, so here's what it is. I think that she thinks that she killed him because she watches too much true crime, right?
Sure.
I think that he thinks that she thinks that he killed him because he watches too much true crime.
Also true.
I mean, I guess that
that's
could
so
be true.
true.
Yes, that is true.
It's their nightly Netflix thing.
It could
I
be.
guarantee
It could be their nightly Netflix.
Yeah.
It could be their nightly podcast or something.
Yeah.
I mean, the clear and obvious answer is you need to sit down and be like, listen, you've been acting kind of weird lately. And you've been asking me a lot of questions.
Yeah, just like in
about
a
where-
normal way. You don't have to be like, do you think I killed him?
Yeah.
You've been acting
You
kinda
can just
weird
absolutely
lately.
be normal.
Do you think you could prove that in court?
Yeah.
I just want to know, honey. By the way, have you seen my $40 knife block?
Let's turn this into an alpha male pod for a second. 1 second. I think
Yeah.
there is a way you can be a master manipulator about this. Like, let's say the guy doesn't like doing laundry. All you got to do is just be like, wow, wait, are you sad? Are you acting weird because you like miss him? Like he's your ex. He's dead and you miss him?
Oh my
Wait, do you
God,
do you think
dude.
I killed him? Oh my, how could you do this to me? Yeah. Don't do
Shut
that.
up.
That's like
God.
that's the Reddit post we would see like a gazillion other posts.
Yeah. That's
you got
true.
a demon in you, man. You
Yeah,
got
that's-
something
that's
going
true.
on.
Well, I got
That's
it
freaky.
from Reddit.
Oh, okay.
No, the thing to do,
yeah.
the thing to do is legit just I don't know, ask her about how she's feeling. Like, this was an important person in her life, right? Like this, even
Yeah,
though they've
sure.
broken up, it's an ex. Like you can still
If I
be
found out my
kind
ex
to them.
died of a seizure out of nowhere the day after I saw them, I'd be like, that sucks. That's
yeah,
awful.
Yeah, that's weird and upsetting. in
Yeah.
a strange way.
I don't know. It's
I think. I mean, you know, what if he counters and is like, "Where were you that night?" Actually,
that's what I'm saying, right? Like, the
No,
I'm
that doesn't
kidding.
work. There's no way.
it's all a battle of the mind.
think
Every
it's- shut
relationship
up.
is a 1v1.
Oh
You
my
gotta
God.
hit the gym.
That's true.
that's actually true. You're right. I'm sorry. I think the obvious answer is to sit down and be like, "Listen, I feel like you've been asking a lot of questions about where I was the night when I was drinking with my buddies, and you've been acting kind of like strange lately. Is it just because your old high school boyfriend passed away and you're just like upset about it, which would be totally normal? But I'd like to talk to you about it because I don't know what's in your head. So I'd like to like really air it out because I mean, hey." They communicated the first half pretty well, so you just got to do that again, right? No?
No, I agree.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
I was like, we got real
No, I was-
quiet there for some reason.
I
Not
was
really
expecting
anything
it.
to say about it, I think.
All right, well, what am I don't know. Maybe
No,
maybe she's
I actually paused because I thought that was like the logical endpoint where Joseph was going to cut it and start the voting. That's
Oh,
that's the
okay,
only reason.
Yeah,
I-
are you ready to vote?
yeah,
Yeah,
let's do
yeah,
it.
okay,
yeah.
Decision time.
When it comes to this suspicious man, is he the asshole, Jordan?
No, he's not the asshole, and I really do think there's too much true crime brain here. I think this is just a moment where he is attributing something to this situation that probably isn't there. He is thinking that, oh, she thinks that I did something nefarious. She might just be sad. And you, as a partner, should just talk about it. Crazy.
Oh! Hit the gym.
Yeah. Manipulate. Hit the gym.
Actually, I'm back on your manipulation one, Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm on the manipulation train.
All right, Danny, do you think he's the asshole?
No. I think he's fine. I think he's absolutely allowed to be like, you've been treating me weird lately. Let's talk about it. So he's fine. He's not an asshole. And
all right, and
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't either. That's a 3-0. This one does come with an update though.
Oh, okay.
Wait, really?
All right, ready? Update. I apologize to the Reddit community. I lied. I did kill him.
Oh, no way.
God,
no. There's
God
no.
dang it.
So he does have an edit that says, thanks for the feedback. I want to throw up a quick update. I am going to ask her when I get home from work. I know it needs to be a conversation. I just got to hype myself up to do it and figure out how I want to approach it. We'll let you know how it goes.
Well, 5 days.
He hasn't posted since, so who
God
knows?
damn it.
Oh my
well.
God, get back on Reddit. Get off the work computer and your...
Maybe
on a
she
phone
killed
computer.
the ex and then she killed him when he started asking.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's her. She's
Oh my
acting
God,
weird
it's
because
her.
she did it.
'Cause she
oh,
did it.
that's
'Cause she did it.
crazy.
Yeah.
The Council has spoken.
All right, this next one comes from Am I the Asshole? Will I be the Asshole? Public. This is a one that I'm not super familiar with. Am I the asshole for telling my date that he should have dressed better? No. I'm 28 male, full story below.
Okay, yes.
I recently had a second date with a guy. I'm also a guy, FYI. All right, okay, you don't have to rub it in. I knew our dynamic was already a bit cheeky, ribbing each other, etc. Well,
Shut up. Stop. God damn it. I knew.
you know where that one's going.
Yeah. God
my
damn it.
Yeah. But on the second date, things got more serious. We decided to get done street food from a Christmas market, then walk, chat, sit, and eat. Adorable date, by the way.
Cute.
Christmas market date. Oh,
Love it.
oh, let me ask you, I always look forward to the Christmas market street food places because you know what I'm all about? I'm all about those stalls that'll have a big ass wheel of raclette cheese.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like under a
Raclette.
heat lamp and they'll scrape it off for you.
Ooh.
Yes.
That sounds
we have a
awesome.
Christmas
Let me see if I
market
can pull
around
up
us
a
that does the
raclette
same.
wheel so Danny can know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Wait,
I
Danny,
have
have
no
you never
idea.
had raclette?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, my God.
Oh shit, we got to go to one of these things. There's a ton around us. I'm going to take you for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like this here. I'll show you. They have like a heat lamp that keeps the top of the wheel of cheese like kind of gooey and melty, and then they use a knife to scrape it off onto a piece of like sourdough, like a hard loaf of sourdough, and then you just walk around with it.
This looks like it goes crazy mode.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
delicious.
It's
sick.
insane.
It's so
Oh my
good.
God.
It's insane.
And then a
All
couple of hours later, you are plugged up like a rock.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a cork in your colon.
Yep.
Oh my God, that sounds awesome.
Unless you have a lactose intolerance, then you have a different problem.
No.
Anyway, we decided to get some street food at a Christmas market, but the conversation topics got serious. Politics.
Oh.
He was more to the left than me.
Oh, my God.
lefties.
Oh,
Stupid
Jesus
liberals.
Yeah, me
Christ.
too. You should dump this leftoid. This gay leftoid. Wait. Probably what he's talking about is he's like one of the classic like 50-year-old
yes, I know exactly.
late Gen X, early millennial gay guy
Oh,
who's
yes.
like who's like really into like owning multiple homes and renting them out as apartments.
Yes, yeah.
And the other person is like,
Epic.
I'm a freaking anarchist, right? But I like the concept that like he's just like, yeah, I'm a Nazi, and he's like a moderate.
Yeah.
That would be funny. I also like thinking like, yeah, he's like a Maoist third worldist, and I'm like a Trotsky apologist.
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
okay, all right, that would also be funny.
Super left. Like the guy is like a mega Marxist, but the poster's like, oh, I'm just like a progressive. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
I like Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
He's an accelerationist.
I got so mad at the Christmas market because he called me a champagne socialist.
Oh man, we we were walking down the street, and he was like, "Wow, this is like our own long march." Okay, actually, I'm just stopping here. We're not doing more.
Stop.
Of this. Okay. Okay. Politics, global events, sexuality. How hard's that one, right? You both fuck men.
No, unfortunately I probably know what that means, but
I bet the other guy's bisexual, and he's like, "Oh, you fucking poser."
or one of them doesn't necessarily love trans people that much. That is unfortunately a part of. I have seen that as
You're
well.
just guessing. These are just guesses.
These are guesses, yes, but I have met these types
They're
of people. Is all I'm
informed.
saying. And fair.
Approach to relationships. I hate open relationships, but also confessed to cheating once in my life. This really annoyed him, and I can understand disapproving, but he was dramatic about it, and we agreed on nothing.
That's awesome.
All right. It's the second date. Go. Like, you don't have to. What the fuck? You don't
Yeah,
have
no
to stay.
kidding.
I'm quite opinionated, and I don't hold back in expressing myself. It's healthy. Oh.
It's healthy is awesome.
Do you know anyone who's a little opinionated and just won't hold back those harsh truths?
I'm just kind of blunt.
There's just so many truth nukes
Yeah, I'm-
being dropped on us constantly.
Sorry that I don't conform to your sense of sensibility, but I'm just a little out there.
I'm just a
and
little
I will make
interesting.
myself known. My political opinions are like what you see on divorced dads' t-shirts. They're like, opinions are like assholes, and I'm about to spread mine.
Dude,
dogs
was that off
trucking.
the dome or was that a shirt you've seen?
No, that's off the dome.
That's
Please
so
make that shirt.
good. I'm gonna wear that.
Wait, that's great. It's like gay versions of trucker dad shirts. That's awesome. Hold on a second.
So good.
Anyway, it was frustrating him that I wouldn't bend to his points of view. Jesus Christ, you're on a date. Anyway, in the end, it was fashion of all topics that ended things. I gave him a critique of his outfit. I had dressed well, like in my profile photos. He was very casual. And he responded by dumping a box of Thai noodles on my head.
What?
Right there on a public bench, and then just left me there. So what do you think? I've told this story to other gay guys I know, and I get mixed responses. All right, when your gay friend group is like, dude, that was a little catty. You didn't need to be doing all that. That's when you need to step back.
You gotta
That's-
step back at that point, right?
I'm imagining the gay friend group that's like, and then I told him he looked like shit, and they go, dude, that's like really fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your problem? That's awful. Why would you do that?
Oh my god.
Interested in yours, and I think he's missing out. I'm great. What do we think, folks?
That's awesome, dude.
This post rules. Thank you for this one.
Yeah, honestly, this
awesome.
is great.
I do like that these people exist. You know,
Yes.
sometimes I'm like, oh man, you know, I feel like so often we're just imagining a person, like a really frustrating guy to talk to who's so into himself and so secure that he's right and cool and based about everything, and acts all put upon whenever anyone disagrees with him.
Yep.
I think that kind of person doesn't really exist. And then they show up on Reddit and they just say, I'm here. Here I am.
It's so great because it's like, we agreed on nothing. We were just disagreeing the whole time. There was no way we were having any sort of discussion. Even if we disagreed, like, we weren't, I wasn't able to, like, come to any sort of, like,
I didn't budge because
logical
I'm not a princess.
middle ground.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow, here's this whole story about how I was an asshole this entire date, and then I insulted him, and he got mad and left. Was I in the wrong?
The best
don't
is
know, man.
somehow after all those arguments we got to fashion, and you know what I said earlier, my opinions have to be heard, like my
Yeah.
spread butt cheeks. So your outfit blows. Literally doing the like, I am the Chad Nordic gamer and you are the soy apustaya.
You're the
like,
smoke crying apustaya.
What do you even say to this type of person? How would you even in any way convince them that they had done something? Not even just the fact that they are talking solely about the comment of the clothing is emblematic of how up their own ass they are, right? Just like so head in the clouds, not noticing a single thing of what they were doing wrong. And what is the point of even discussing this with this person, right? First of all, have either of you talked to a person like this?
Yes. It was mostly in college though. After you kind of like grow up, I stopped meeting these people.
I don't think I ever talked to anyone like this.
Yeah,
maybe
it's,
not.
It's
I
very
don't know.
rare. I have met people like this, and
It's pretty rare.
wow, they are not fun to be around. I don't know. He deserved the Thai noodles on his head. I know the type of person this is, and they're not.
I think Joseph said it right, where like, I think actually the best check-in to like try and convince these kinds of people is like when you ask your friends the ones you're close to or the people you talk to or other gay guys you know or whatever, and you're not getting kind of like a uniform, yeah, no, that was really effed up of them to do that, or I don't think you were in the wrong. And a lot of them are like, nah, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
Like, you suck in this situation. That should be your first wake up call, or at least maybe the last one. I don't know, but definitely a wake up call. You know what I mean? I think that's like a perfect way to maybe try and break into someone like this and be like, okay, so the people you talk to are all like kind of mixed on this. Some are behind your back because they like you, but some are like, no, man, that sucks. That's really bad.
I don't know. It's so good. I will say,
awesome.
I love that this type of guy has to like win every conversation.
Yes.
Which is why it's on Reddit at all.
Reddit.
Because the guy was like, oh, fuck you, and dumped his food on him and left. And he's like, well, shit, I can't get one over on him now. Let me go to Reddit and see if I'm a jerk or not.
Right.
It's so good.
Did you read the end where he's like, and I think he's missing out. I'm great.
Yeah, like that I can't get past
It's
it.
so good.
It's I'm great, tongue sticking out emoji. It's so good.
The emoji's the best part. I'm so glad you said it.
I don't know. It's
I mean, do we want to vote on that? I feel like we probably don't have to do this one any longer.
No,
Yeah, probably.
I agree.
Yeah.
Decision time.
All right. Do we think this guy was the asshole simply for informing his date that he had standards? 3, 2, 1.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
But wait.
Okay, so why did I pick this one? Well, because this guy is super annoying and has posted this like 100 times on 100 different Am I the Asshole
You've gotta be
like sites.
fucking with me.
Awesome.
So eventually it made its way to the other person in the story.
No.
So this is a really short one, but I'm going to read you his perspective. It says, I'm the guy he went on a date with. I can tell you that I believe he got what was coming to him. Not only were his political beliefs shockingly bad and misinformed, but he was the most arrogant dick I've ever met. He told me I looked like a hobo and he couldn't be with someone who wore cheap fashion.
Oh my God.
I love he's like, I critiqued his dress. He's like, you look like you're bored.
You look like a fucking homeless person, and all of them should be swept off the
Ew,
street.
I dressed awesome.
You look like a homeless person who I hate, and they should pull themselves up.
I think
man,
they should
it's good.
bulldoze more tent cities.
This guy rocks, Joseph. Thank you.
He's great, yeah. Boy, it felt great to empty the noodles over you. Good stuff from this other guy. Dodged a bullet. Second date, though. Why were the stakes
Oh my
so
God.
high?
Yeah, this should be like.
This is a plea to any listeners of this that may also be a man interested in men. If you go on a second date to a public location and it's not working out, leave. You don't have to do like a breakup there.
Yeah.
You're hardly invested. Just go.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually a very good point. And this goes for all dates too. Like, you don't have to adhere to the nicety of completing the date. Like, if it's bad, just be like, this isn't working out. You know, I'm sorry. I'm just going to
Yeah.
go. Like,
Yeah.
You
It's
should
hard,
at least
but-
try the raclette before you go, though.
That's
It's like,
fair.
again, it's really good. It's like they keep it under a heat lamp and it's gooey. It's great.
got to get something nice out of the date.
The Council has spoken.
All right, last one. You ready for this?
Yes.
I am so excited for this one. This comes from r/am I wrong, which is like probably my favorite of any of these subreddits
It's so
because it's always people going, what the
Gotta
heck?
do more
What
of
I
these.
do? What did I do? Okay. This comes from a Sleep Salad 4339, one of those Reddit auto-generated nicknames. It's a throwaway. Am I wrong for being in a relationship with someone I technically met through my Twitch chat?
Okay, so for just context for the listeners, in case anybody didn't know, somehow, all three of us are Twitch partners on this call. So here we
You
go.
know what else? You know what else for context? I think this post is proof positive. You should keep hitting on that Twitch streamer.
True.
Yes.
That's true, though.
They will get in a relationship with you. They will love you.
They will love you. Keep donating. Keep gifting. Keep giving them money.
All right, here we go.
If you like how big my arms are, you can tier 3 subscribe to me. I will say your name.
I will give you the gun show.
Yes.
And Peeps, you know, he's desperate. He will fuck you if you give him enough subs.
My wife listens to this pod, bro. What the fuck?
Sorry for revealing
Oh,
it.
yeah, sure.
It's just like Peeps is a network of unemployed men gifting him donos that he's slutting it out for.
Yeah, sure, man.
And his wife learns from the podcast.
Peeps, I can't believe the security guard app is making you do that.
Yeah. Wait, okay, so it's like Protector, but it's for Twitch streamers. It's called Moderator. All right, okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, reset. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
A bit of background. Fake names, obviously. I stream on Twitch as an occasional hobby, literally only when I have some time after work in the morning and on my days off. I have about 90 followers and a handful of subs. I average like 2 to 5 viewers who are almost always friends. My entire group of friends also stream.
Shut up.
So we all support
Just
each
kidding.
other and lurk in each other's
Kidding.
chats.
Cute.
Kidding. I know, it's cute.
No, it's not. It's pathetic. No drive, no hustle.
Yeah. You should be streaming 7 days a week.
Stream 8 hours.
I do like the people that are like, the only way you can get noticed as a streamer is to stream 100 million hours a week to 0 people. It's like, yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. One of my good friends, I'll call her Alex, 26F, I've known for a couple of years. I was introduced by an ex-friend who we'll call Danny.
Why is it
Awesome.
my name?
This is in the thing. I'm not making this up. This is in the
They're
thing.
using my name for this.
Via an ex-friend we'll call Danny. About 2 years ago, Alex's best friend, who we'll call Anna, started hanging around in all of our chat. She also streams, but very rarely. I met her this way. I was in Alex's chat and interacted with Anna.
Okay.
As time passed, me and Anna became friends over Discord and eventually started dating. This is horrifying to me.
Okay.
Well, okay.
Is this how kids are getting laid these days?
Oh,
They're like
no.
going to Discord chats
Discord
and having
e-dating.
sex with their
Do you
buddies.
think people have met from our chat?
Oh
Yes.
God, I hope
Oh,
not. If
I
you've
think-
met your
Well,
partner
I think me and Joseph
from one
both
of my
have
chats,
evidence of this.
you gotta divorce them.
There's multiple people who have been like, we've met through like you guys. So
Oh, man.
Oh, I really don't like hearing that.
No, you know what? That's cute.
We're gonna be in the wedding vows. It'd be like that day when I wouldn't stop backseating Joseph, and you noticed how good my lines were. I'll never forget it.
We both got banned from twitch.tv/LukeVonKarma on the same day, and that's when I knew.
when I called him Latinx, he immediately zapped me.
You nor I wouldn't stop spamming jackass. Well, who's the jackass now?
Guys, this jackass.
It's been about 9 months now, and we're both really happy.
Great.
Okay. However, Danny, who I am not friends with anymore for some other reasons, is now saying that I have a power dynamic because I technically
my
met Anna over chat and she's a regular in my streams. Wait, is this
shit.
they're actually doing problematic follower gap discourse?
I was gonna
Well,
talk
me
about this,
discourse.
but
Truth bomb.
okay.
Okay, listen, this is the thing, is that the reason that inequitable relationships are problematic isn't because of some reason that you've picked out of the ether. It's because there's a power differential between the two individuals that means one person can't express how they're feeling. And the most heinous hierarchy of all is that between streamer and chatter.
True.
That's true. That's true. True.
This is so funny. Like, it's so funny to do because it's like, it's discourse style drama that would exist when like Dream does a fuck-a-fan contest
like
or something,
SMP
right?
Minecraft style drama. Like, is it
But
okay
this person
if I
has
met
5 viewers.
Finish the post.
Okay, all right. There's no age gap. I'm like 2 months younger than her. To me, this feels like a stretch. I'm a tiny hobby streamer, and she's a friend of a friend. I understand that big streamers getting into relationships with their chat and friends is bad, and definitely a power dynamic situation. But this doesn't quite feel like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased. I don't know. I'd just like to know if I'm in the wrong for this or if my friend is just crazy.
Okay.
Your friend's not crazy. You have so much
You're in the
power
wrong.
over this. You are in
Yeah.
the
You're
wrong.
going to jail.
You
I'll say it. I think that he is grooming this person.
perfect. It's perfect. You could create this in like a Tommy in it.
I'm writing the cancellation document as we speak.
The minute you hit the go live button, regardless of platform, you are put on a pedestal of power higher than your viewer.
8-page Google
I
Doc
agree with
coming
that.
your way.
I'm actually happy that we that we kind of got to this topic, that it was, I guess I was happy that it was included in the post, because like, yeah, there is a dynamic between like content creator and viewer, you know, that is like a naturally parasocial thing where it can lead to the problematic blah 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 blah. I could talk about this, but this is like,
there are streamers even that stream to like 50 people that can get in this sort of like weird ass relationship with their viewers. Like, I don't think like at base the claim that this happens is far-fetched.
Yeah.
I think there's a pretty fundamental difference between that and we're 5 friends who all hobby stream with our other friends.
Yeah. It's like, you cannot enforce dream style SMP, you know, Justice Warriors to 5 of your friends who like stream as a hobby with each other, and you all kind of lurk in each other's chats because it's fun and it's enjoyable. They're just realms different from what's happening.
I don't know. You have to understand that the ways of meeting people have very much so changed
that
over the years, right? And, you know, meeting people this way in like a friend group that all hobby streams, that's like I don't know, that feels like a completely normal and valid way of meeting someone that is potentially a romantic partner or establishing a romantic connection with that person. The context here is so vastly different, like you said, Danny, than somebody like Ludwig, you know, like meeting up with a viewer in
chatter, being like, oh, what's up?
It's even different because like what's the person's name that they use in the Anna? It's not like Anna is a quote unquote fan. They're in a friend group together, right? I don't know. I just think this is so not one-to-one.
I love the idea that the guy's like, I don't know, maybe I'm biased because I like her.
Well, obviously.
Yeah, it's like, of course you are. I mean, it's fine.
Man, I think that people...
Yeah, this one's, it's hard to...
Yep, it's coming. No, wait, hold on. Shut up.
Have too much time on their hands.
Thank you.
Sure.
No, I do think I kind of agree. I think I'll pose this question. Do you think Danny is jealous? Me?
Yes. Yeah.
Probably a little bit.
I think it's possible, but it also could definitely be the fucking your friend that's too woke situation. I've been using that meme a lot. People are gonna think I'm actually like secretly a right-wing chud. I know. I swear I'm not, but it's just like
you're pretty open about it. I gotta say.
Oh, true. Yep. That's right. I don't know. It's like you can't prescribe those same like social critiques to this person in the same way. That you have to be able to evaluate the context as different here. You know. I don't know. It's just so not one-to-one. It very well could be that Danny is jealous.
I'm not jealous.
Okay, not you.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. It's such a weird thing to try and get one over.
The way they met isn't even like, it's awesome because it's using the logic that does not apply, because it's not like he's streaming and a random chatter who's not a part of their friend group or whatever came in and was like, hi, I like you. And he's like, I like you too. Like, that's not even what happened.
Yeah, she started hanging around their chats because she was already Alex's best friend.
Yeah.
So there was already like a friendship established before she came into the chats.
Exactly. Like if they met in a different way, like if Alex introduced them and was like, hey, yeah, this is my friend, and they started talking on like text or like Snapchat or something or whatever, it'd be like the same thing. Like whatever. It's just meeting people. Just like, so
I will
funny.
say I do think that he's in the wrong for fucking a Twitch viewer. I think that's like the most evil thing one can do.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I'm glad you did.
Two are so annoying.
But at least we're ethical, unlike you. True. Are we ready to vote on this?
Sure.
We are the paragons of right, and Jordan's the maverick.
Decision time.
All right, when it comes to the streaming GF, is this guy the asshole? 3, 2, 1.
No. You're completely fine.
Oh man, this
one's so awesome.
Ooh. Let me ask you, would you ever fuck a viewer?
No. Well, wait, what's the context? Is it somebody I knew outside of Twitch
is
chat
it the
beforehand?
fucking fan contest? Because, you know.
The viewer is your wife.
Well, then
Fuck.
then I'm already doing that.
Boom. Rocket to the moon.
I should get one of these about you then, in that case. Me, I would rather die than fuck someone who watches or listens to my content, so.
Damn.
Honestly, that's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, I get it.
You know what? They're probably just in the relationship to get like, I'm like, I'm imagining a scenario where like I'm doing dirty talk and they're thinking, wow, this is just like a bonus episode.
I thought
Save
you
me
were gonna,
$5 a month on a Patreon subscription.
I thought you were gonna go in a different direction and say like, imagine they started dating just to get an extra viewer on their stream.
Yeah, I'm poly. Not for any sort of like sex reason. I think it's good for my metrics.
Yeah. My analytics going crazy now that I have 20 girlfriends.
Yeah, sorry.
handy.
When some of my friends tell you that I'm like a bit of a manipulator, what they're talking about is SEO manipulation.
True.
That's such a banger.
If I fuck 5 more women, I
man.
can get affiliate.
The Council has spoken.
Oh my God. There's something in there like I need him to affiliate me up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know, I mean,
whatever.
it kind of works itself out in the end. We'll figure something out. Let's get 5 takes on that. We'll circle back and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
All right, bye, everybody.